The Wildlife Center of Virginia is the nation's leading veterinary hospital for native wildlife. The center has earned a reputation around the world as an effective and innovative force for wildlife conservation. Patients come into the Wildlife Center 7 days a week. Most are brought in directly by private citizens who have found the animal, but the Wildlife Center also has a statewide network of transporters to help get animals in for treatment.
We're here at the front desk at the Wildlife Center of Virginia, where our front desk staff receives thousands and thousands of phone calls and emails and in-person inquiries from members of the public each year.
Absolutely, and thanks for calling.
In fact, we are currently on pace to admit more animals in 2023 than we have in any other previous year in our history. And I am very grateful that we have the staff to help keep up with that need and also provide the direction and assistance people need to help navigate and educate themselves on how to better help wildlife going forward.
Regardless of how many animals of the same species may come in, or how busy the staff may be, each animal receives the highest quality care and the most thorough examination possible.
We are here in the treatment room at the Wildlife Center of Virginia, and this is one of the busiest parts of the hospital. This is where we're doing treatments every single day on our current patients that are in our hospital, but also admitting new patients. I love the work I do here teaching at the Wildlife Center of Virginia, and that is really impactful, I feel. If I can teach these people to care for these animals here, they can take those skills back to their own home countries and home communities, and it makes it really feel like my teaching here has an impact much more broadly and potentially worldwide. Over the last year in our hospital, we've hosted 26 vet externs from 6 different countries, as well as 3 veterinary technician externs from all over North America. Those students were able to come here and learn with us, learn hands-on skills that they can take back to their own communities working with their local wildlife. From little things like the syringes we use every day in our hospital, all the way up to big pieces of equipment like a new radiology machine, all these things are funded by donors like you, and we truly couldn't do the work we do here without your support.
During the examination of nearly all of the injured patients, the veterinarian will need to know more about an animal than can be seen with the naked eye. These tests often disclose problems which would otherwise go undetected. Blood samples will be taken from wing or leg veins, then turned over to the laboratory staff for further testing.
We are in radiology right now. This is the main room where our sample collection for our research studies occurs. Ultimately, those samples that contribute to the research that's being done helps us understand at a population level what is happening around us and gives us a better understanding of, broader trends. Every patient that comes through our doors has the potential to contribute to, wildlife medicine and kind of advancing the field as a whole. So all of that is made possible by the donations of our supporters, and we couldn't do it without you guys.
The Wildlife Center must be constantly prepared to care for animals as small as hummingbirds or as large as black bears. An important part of the patient's recovery is nutritional support. For some patients, they will eat everything in sight. This baby gray squirrel hungrily pursues the food being presented through the syringe. Within just a few weeks, this baby will be strong enough to eat on his own. Eagles, hawks, owls, and other large birds have more than 45,000 cubic feet in which to get the exercise they need to rebuild muscles that have grown weak during hospitalization. There are more than 50 different outdoor enclosures in all at the Wildlife Center, from deer yards to turtle pens, which can accommodate the center's patients and education animals. Each cage is cleaned and serviced daily.
Thanks to your support, we've been able to expand and improve our animal care. This year we received donations of reptile vision cages and turtle hutches behind me. Every year it seems like we're getting more and more patients, and so with all these donations and your care and your support, we've been able to accept more and more patients and take care of them properly, and it's been a huge help.
One of my favorite memories working here with the rehab team is when we work together with the bears. You know, it was usually our time since we're the only ones that get to work with them. One of the funnest memory, I think, it was when Mac took the duck in with the bears, which they love. They love. Every other day, every time we were cleaning up there, somebody was on that duck.
Snuggling up to it, dragging it around.
Yeah. We found it in different places pretty much every day. That duck went through some things.
It definitely got its use. I think the thing that I love about this job the most and what makes it so special to me is that every day we're seeing different patients, new cases that come in for a wide variety of reasons, and then we have the ability to rehabilitate them, treat their injuries, treat their wounds, raise them if they're orphan babies, and get to see that process full through all the way to the end.
We literally make a difference with every patient that we rehabilitate and release. We're basically living the dream of every rehabber, right? Because we have this wonderful center.
While the new facility means more space and the opportunity to do many more things, it has also meant a great deal more work for the animal care staff and for the volunteers. But all will agree that the results of this labor are more than worth the effort.
Volunteers are an integral part of the Wildlife Center team. We could not do what we do here without their help. We currently have approximately 60 active volunteers. We also added 32 new volunteers to our team this year. In addition, we have more than 300 volunteer transporters who assist in getting injured wildlife where they need to go. It's wonderful that we have so many dedicated volunteers who are willing to donate their time, energy, and skills to our mission. Working alongside them towards a common goal is incredibly gratifying, and we are so grateful for everything that they provide to us.
And I feel that the education of children with an environmental message is probably the place that we can spend most of our, where most money can be spent with the greatest positive potential impact to the environment. Because the next generation is either going to make it or break it.
This year, the Outreach Department has been able to connect with thousands of people worldwide through about 100 education programs and events. These have included our summer library series throughout the state of Virginia, our monthly hospital cams, and our online book club discussions, and even our 40th anniversary homecoming celebration events. With the help of our education ambassadors, we've been able to connect with people and share the stories and lessons learned about the thousands of wild animals that have come through the center's doors this year. This past summer, we had the opportunity to work with a 6-year-old girl named Lois who really wanted to host her very own black tie fundraiser for her classmates. And Lois ended up raising more than $2,500 for the Wildlife Center. It was a really wonderful example of being able to connect people of all ages to the work that goes on at the Wildlife Center every day. Without your support, none of this would have been possible, and you truly are a part of our mission every single day of the year as we teach people to care about and care for wildlife and the environment.
The work of the Wildlife Center is indeed a labor of love. However, the Wildlife Center cannot exist on love alone. Your support will save wild lives and make the world a little brighter for all of us.
Nope. People's donations pay for that mouse that you're eating. Yeah, you should say thank you.